Hi, I'm Laura Ray, and I'm here with my #1 makeup products from top affordable brands. Let's start off with Believe Beauty. They have just come out with a skin finish tinted moisturizer. I talked about it on my Instagram the other day. This comes in 8 shades. I'm in the shade Neutral Beige. Now, what I want to say about this, I've tried so many different tinted moisturizers. #1, this offers amazing coverage. By the way, this is $5. It even covers my capillaries. I don't have to use concealer to cover anything. I even use it under my eyes. The days I've used this, I haven't used any concealer at all, which is saying a lot. There aren't many products I can use that I don't need a concealer. Now, I've also tried others from the drugstore. I would say this is not very moisturizing. So even though they call it a tinted moisturizer, if you have dry skin, you're still going to need to hydrate your skin. You're going to need to make sure you're hydrated well before you put this on. I feel like it's sort of a dry formula. If you have oily skin, I know you're going to love it. Now, if you're in the middle, normal skin, which is where I am right now, you may need a little bit of moisturizer, but it lasts all day. This product is phenomenal. When I put it on, go to a full day of school, come back maybe 10, 11 hours later, I still have all my makeup on. So I would have to say for drugstore tinted moisturizer, this would be my #1. My #1 from Catrice is their HD liquid coverage. I have used this for well over a year. I used the shade Sand Beige. I really think it rivals any high-end foundation. It's very thin and it gives you beautiful coverage without putting on a heavy layer of makeup. I love the little dropper here. I use just a couple little drops. This lasts forever. It's so inexpensive and gives a beautiful satin finish to the skin. From #7, my #1 is their Lift and Illuminate powder. I love this. I've talked about it being a dupe, I feel, for the Charlotte Tilbury powder. This blurs my fine lines. It makes my makeup last so much longer and just gives a smoother look. When I use this, I don't see my pores as much. What I do is I don't powder my entire face. I just basically powder the T-zone, my chin. That fills in the areas where I have the most problem with pores. Now, the other thing I love to do is take it right where my eyeshadow ends and blend there with the powder up into under the brow. That way I don't have a shimmery look, and it just finishes off my eye look also. For Maybelline, this is not going to be a shock to any of you that watch my channel, but I love the Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I have never found a concealer that worked any better, especially at this price. It runs around $8 in my Amazon store. This comes in Neutralizer, which I love for any redness that I have, and Brightener to brighten the face. I like to use the Brightener in place of a highlighter. So it's great because you can brighten this area if you're not a fan of highlighter and don't like the shimmery look. This can give you a bright look, but with a matte finish, which I think is really hard to find. This works great on my eyelids too. I've used it as an eye primer for a long time. It doesn't cause my shadows to crease or move around. So these are definitely my go-tos. For Makeup Revolution, my #1 product is their Prime and Lock. This is such a beautiful eye primer for mature skin or if you have dry lids. Now, my eyelids used to always be oily. I would say they're more normal now. And what I love about this, it doesn't dry my lids, yet holds the shadow. I've gotten away from other primers that I've used in the past because I found they were making my eyelids like prunes. I would put it on and I would just see my eyelid go from smooth to really crinkly and tight. So some of these are like a thicker formula, and they also add like its own little layer, which makes your shadows not go on as smooth. With this, you get like a skin-like finish so that the shadows can stay very thin and sheer. From Physicians Formula, I love from their Organic Wear this brow gel. This is so great. I love the shade Taupe. It works perfect for me. It looks so natural. And this fits right in with the trend for 2021, which is more of a bushy, natural eyebrow that doesn't look like it's been drawn on. So I can just take this, I call this like hair color for my brows and thickener all in one. I like the little tiny brush. I just take it and brush through the hair. Sometimes I let it dry and then do a second coat, and it sort of clings on to the first coat and makes them even thicker. But I really enjoy this because it gives me a very natural brow and one that just frames the face and features the eyes. For Flower Beauty, I could pick pretty much every product they make. I love this makeup company. I love their products. I've used them for so long. Another one that I bought was this palette, Gimme Gold, and I just think it's perfect. It's got mattes, it's got shimmers. You can just make such an easy, beautiful eye look. These, to me, feel like Charlotte Tilbury shadows. The gold and the sparkle shades aren't like other sparkle shades from inexpensive brands. This is very sheer, and it goes on almost like a wash of color. I have not found anything at the drugstore that has this formula. It's very unique. And the mattes blend out like butter. Flower Beauty has several of these palettes, and I have most of them, and I've not been disappointed. They blend so nicely and work great for a mature eye. You hardly hear much about Illuminate on YouTube. It is just a company that flies under the radar. But they have a product they've had out for a while that's great if you're looking for a cream product for your eyes. And this is their Velvet Foil Cream Eyeshadow. I have not been disappointed in this. This is one of those one and done. Just put some on your fingers, swipe it on your eye. You could take a little makeup brush and just blend out the edges. But this is a gorgeous look. They have so many colors. I want to try more of them. The one I tried is Endgame, and it's just so amazing. So if you haven't tried these are a little over $5 on Amazon. It's worth a go if you see a shade you like. It was so easy for me to pick my number one from CoverGirl, and it's their Exhibitionist eyeliner. It's a kohl liner. I am in love with this. I use it in the shade Burgundy. I also have it in brown. Now, I'm not the only one that loves it. Melissa55 has been raving about it. She just showed it in an eye look she did on YouTube, and she's talked about it before. What I like is that it lasts all day, the intensity of the kohl. Sometimes you use a pencil and you just can't get it to stand out on the eyes. This one stands out so easy. It's so pigmented. I love the brown. Now, one tip I want to share with you that I learned recently, Sharon Tate, the actress, I just absolutely love her. When she used to put on her eyeliner on the bottom of her eye in the under eye area, she did little dashes and left little spaces in between so it would highlight the under eye but not look like a harsh line. I've been trying that and I absolutely love that trick. So this is my number one from CoverGirl. I had such a hard time with L'Oreal because I have a long relationship with L'Oreal. I have used their foundation for years. Actually, the dermatologist, that was one he said I could buy from the drugstore 30 years ago when I was covered in acne. So I feel like I owe a lot to L'Oreal for helping me all those years ago when I had such horrible skin. But I would have to say something that is a new product to me, that's not new but new to me, that stand out is this Superstar X Fiber Mascara. I do so much better with fiber mascaras or tubing mascaras. I've learned that about my lashes. What I like about this is one side is black instead of a white primer. So when you put it on your lashes, you don't see it. Sometimes when I put white primer on my lashes, I have a really hard time covering it up, and I might miss a spot, and then later I notice I have white on my lashes. And then the fiber side. I think fibers help me out so much. My lashes are very thin, they're sort of sparse, so this fattens them up, makes them look fuller, more lush. Also, I noticed that this washes off my eyes very easily. I bought the washable one, so when I go to take off my makeup and I put my soap and I rub it, my La Roche-Posay, it just comes right off. So it's been easy to remove. I don't feel that it dries out my lashes. Some of the less expensive, like $5 mascaras, I found sort of dry my lashes out, and I don't know that they're doing me any favors. So this runs around $10, and I think it's really a winner from L'Oreal. Essence makes so many great inexpensive products. It's hard to believe sometimes how inexpensive they are. It was easy for me, this choice, because I love their Pure Nude Highlighter. This is the number 10, Be My Light. I've used this for so long. It's the most natural powder highlighter that I've found for any price at the drugstore that is powder. It goes on beautifully. I like to top my blush with it. Today I've even put it on top of my cream blush that I use. Sometimes I do that as a topper and it makes the blush last so much better. This is almost undetectable, yet it gives you a little bit of a luminous look, a healthy look. So this is my number one from Essence. From Honest Beauty. Now, Honest Beauty is sort of a new line to me. I know she's had products for a long time, but I don't know why I hadn't tried them. I love I got the Plum Drop lip balm. amazing. But I went ahead with my pick for the blush. This is in the shade Rose Pink. It is so luminous on the skin. It sinks in. It's got a little bit of stick to it, but just enough so it's going to stay on the skin. It applies so easily. I like to dab it on and then take my Stands Out sponge and just sort of blend like this around the edges, because sometimes when you apply with a finger, you can put too much pressure some places, and other places it's not blended out as nicely. So I find that the sponge really helps with that. But this is a beautiful product. It's perfect for mature skin. We have, at least I'll speak for myself, I have some fine lines around here. So I have to be careful with putting powders there. This works beautifully in that area and gives my cheeks a nice healthy glow. I bought so many products from Wet n Wild over the years. Their prices are so affordable. They make a lot of really solid products. But one that amazed me was this Maybelline Liquid Catsuit. You don't hear a lot about it. It's a product that's been out a while. But I would say it comes very close to the look of the City Beauty lip glosses. Now, I've tried City Beauty. I love them, but they are on the pricier side. This gives you the same kind of look, just this smooth look. It smooths out the lip lines, and these are so affordable. They run around the $4 range, maybe $5. Now, it doesn't have the long wand that the City Beauty has. It's a shorter wand, but these just go on, glide on smoothly. They give you a real glossy look. Now, something like this and the City Beauty, I wouldn't say is good for under a mask, because it's going to get sticky on the mask. But if you're somewhere where you can apply your gloss and leave it on for a while and not have anything touching it, this is just perfect. Revlon, again, is another solid company that makes so many amazing products. It's rare for me ever to feel disappointed from Revlon, but I went with their lipsticks, the Super Lustrous and my new favorite shade, besides Pink in the Afternoon. I love that from Audrey Hepburn, but this shade, Cherries in the Snow, is amazing. It made me love red lipstick. I have always thought I look horrible in red lipstick, and my husband's always begging me to wear red lipstick. He loves it for some reason. Well, this Cherries in the Snow, I have found a great way to apply this. I just take my silicone brush and rub it over the edge and put it on my lips. Now, the other great thing is they came out with the same shade in a shine formula, and because it's the shine formula, it's much thinner than the regular Super Lustrous. So when I dab this on, I get more of a matte look. With this, I get a glossy look. I really love the shine one. This one is my absolute favorite. But the packaging looks so luxe. I just think Revlon hit a home run with this lipstick. Milani. I have loved Milani for so long. I bought so many products from Milani, like I'm sure many of you have, but I have to say the one that sort of blew me away, besides I do love their shadows, I have to say that, but this Keep It Full lip gloss. All these lip plumpers I've found, really, it's a hoax. I've never found a lip plumper where I thought, oh, it made my lips bigger. However, this gives my lips the illusion they're bigger, because I'm going to show you, I'm going to take this shade, this is Gold Dust. When I put this right in the center, right here, it just gives my lips a poutier look. This isn't burning my lips. I've tried some that make your lips tingle. I can't stand those. And my lips don't look any different. It's just that they feel like pop rocks are going off inside my lips. Now, this does have a warmth. I feel the warmth coming in, but nothing that's uncomfortable. They're not super sticky. And these kind of formulas that are so sheer with shimmer, you can put them on without a mirror. They are just no fuss. So of any of these that claim to make your lips look fuller, Milani, you're my absolute favorite. From e.l.f., my number one is their Tone Adjusting Primer. This saved my skin with wearing the mask. When I first started wearing a mask, I had the most horrible breakouts on my nose, breakouts on my cheeks, anywhere the mask would hit, because I have very sensitive, reactive skin. And I thought, what am I going to do about this? So I kept thinking, and I thought, maybe if I put a primer, that would be like another protective layer. Now, the other problem I had going was a lot of redness. Again, the heat of the mask instantly makes my face look red. So I went and bought the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Primer because of the green. It would dial down the redness, and I thought maybe protect my skin so I don't get all these breakouts. And I was correct. It worked. So this has been a lifesaver for me because I wear a mask so much, being that I'm a school teacher. And so this has been my go-to all these months, and it is amazing. NYX makes in my opinion, some great lip liners and lipsticks, and they hit a home run with this one. This is their Shout Loud lipstick. What impresses me about this is the creaminess of it. This can rival like Lancome and these other brands that are very high end. I remember when I would only buy just drugstore lipstick, going in a store like Sephora and seeing these high-end creamy lipsticks and saying, oh, I wish I could afford a lipstick like that. Look at how creamy that looks. That looks different than drugstore lipstick. That's what this looks like. This looks like that same creamy texture. Now this shade is a la mode. I wanted a nude shade that I could blend with different lip pencils and make different looks. So I wanted just a sort of a pale nude. Now this to me looks a lot like KKW lipsticks too. And I know those are around the $18 to $20 price range. This is way lower than that, and it's an amazing product. Last but not least, this is not a shocker, from LA Girl, their ultimate lip liners. These rival Charlotte Tilbury. There's one shade, I believe, Keep It Spicy, that's like an exact dupe for one of her lip liners. I've been using these for well over, I would say, 2 years. What I love is they have a little grip on them, besides the color, and the product itself is amazing, but even the packaging, you've got a little gripper to hold with, which if you have any trouble holding on to products, which I know some of you have told me about in your comments, this has a little grip like you would put on a pencil. Also, it's automatic. So many of you have said, oh, I hate sharpening pencils. This you don't have to sharpen. Now, often Ulta will run even sales, buy one, get one half off. And I've paid as little as $2.99 for one of these. Whenever they run those sales, I stock up. I have my daughter using them. I love these. I like all the shades I love are listed in the description below the video. If you just click the show more section or the down arrow if you're on your phone, you'll see all the links for these products. Again, I want to thank you for your support, because you purchasing through those links has helped my channel so much to keep going. So thank you for that. And I hope you will love these lip liners as much as me, because I found they're very long lasting on the lips and the colors are just amazing. Those are my number ones. I would love to hear your number ones. Are there products that you think are just the best from a company that you've been buying, that you love, that you think other women would like to try out? Now, the winner of last week's giveaway is in the first pinned comment. This week, I'm giving away another Milani. It's their Gilded Violet. Beautiful shadows. All you have to do to enter is just leave me a comment. That's it. I hope that you and your family will have a blessed and beautiful holiday season. I love you all.